IndiaGlitz presents CII Dakshin Summit 2023. Title sponsor GT Holidays and ANUJ Tiles. Powered by AF Star TMT REBARS, Mira Anti-Dandruff Shampoo, மற்றும் Lalithaa Jewellery.
OTT has been a great savior for a lot of producers during lockdown.
There is only one way to do direct the film. Write a story, pitch it, go to actor or a producer, try to make a movie. This is the only thing. Now today is different.
ஓகே படம் சூப்பராக இருக்குது, ஓகேடா ஒரு 2000 ரூபாய் ஸ்பெண்ட் பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்ற ஒரு மைண்ட் செட்டில் தான்
Kadesi Vyavasai and of course Ayodhya also, but surprisingly didn't work.
Holidays nale adu namma GT Holidays da. GT Holidays, South India's #1 travel brand.
ANUJ Tiles, ரகங்கள் பலவிதம், ஒவ்வொன்றும் உலகத்தரம். தமிழக உற்பத்தியில் ANUJ Tiles.
AF Star FE 550 DTMT Steel Rebars. AF Star TMT Steel Rebars.
Mira Anti-Dandruff Shampoo யூஸ் பண்ணு. சின்ன வெங்காயம் மற்றும் வெந்தயத்தின் சக்தியுடன் கூந்தலை ஸ்ட்ராங் ஆக்குகிறது. சின்ன வெங்காயம் dandruffக்கு பெரிய வித்தியாசம்.
Lalithaa exchange with பழைய நகையோட அதே எடைக்கு புது நகை எடுத்துக்கங்க. நகை பிரைஸ்ல 20% மிச்சம் பிடிக்கலாம்.
One thing I've heard is that when keeping the budget small and having a lot of comedy in the movie has proved to be a fairly good success formula in Kerala. It's like even Jai Jai Jai, if you look at it, it's actually a story of domestic abuse kind of thing. But yes. Because
I think it's for time to time, sir, because Drishyam worked big time.
Yeah.
Initially. So Drishyam 2 worked. Okay, now it is OTT. I'm saying it's all about good films. It's not only this. This time is working like this.
Right.
But it's not needed to be work the same thing as to work every time.
Right.
I can change.
Yeah, you're going to say something.
Presentation matters.
Yes.
So even if we have a random comedy scenes, as I said before, we need a good soulful content which have to be connect with audience. If it's just a random episodes of comedy, I don't think it's gonna work on theaters. It's just maybe it work on OT platform, but it definitely not gonna, because people are here to celebrate or having a emotional roller coaster on the theater. So that's what I believe. Even if we have a huge humor film is there, I think there will be a content which will obviously connect with the audience.
Right.
So yeah.
So speaking of OTT, how was your experience of doing an 8-episode series, Sural? Because you could have done, loosely speaking, 4 movies for that time. So how did you feel that experience as an actor? Because the thing is, like Vijay said, I think now we're looking at OTT as coexisting with theatre, or probably being the primary mode of entertainment. Let's be very frank about this, right? So I want to hear your thoughts about that.
Yeah, so OTT has been a great savior for a lot of producers during lockdown, which we all need to agree, because a lot of movies which got stuck during COVID, and OTTs was the only thing which could actually rescue all of us and bring in, get people to watch their films on OTT. And I had like four releases during lockdown, during COVID. So for me, Sulal was my first project, and it did really well. It was a global project, which people usually, now I have done only one Hindi film, but recently people, when I go Bombay, people know me through Sulal. It's actually, I think there are 2 ways. There are like plus and minus for OTT. It's given a wider reach and audience. For example, if you're doing a series, I think it's a great thing. But people these days, they think, okay, padam release aichu or 2 vaarathula OTT la varapodhu, why should we just go to the theater and waste money? Only for experience they wanted to go. For example, if it is a big film, KGF, Ponniyin Selvan, you know, like an Avenger film. They want to go spend that 200 rupees in the theatre. Otherwise, they don't want to. Like Vijay sir told, ஒரு family மொத்தமா போணும்னா ஒரு 5 பேர் 6 பேர் they have to spend about 2,000 rupees including parking, popcorn. It has to be worth. அதனால தான் வந்து தியேட்டருக்கு போய் ஒரு படம் பார்க்கணும்னே வந்து இப்போ இருக்கிற மைண்ட் செட் இஸ் லைக் தட். But for me, Sulal has worked really good. So எனக்கு சீரீஸா ஓகே, பட் சின்ன சின்ன படங்களுக்கு this is one big drawback. Because ஓகே எதுக்கு பார்த்துக்கிட்டு 2-3 வாரத்தில் வந்துடும்ல டிவியில் பார்த்துக்கலாம் அப்படின்ற ஒரு மைண்ட் செட் இருக்கு. பட் if the movie is extremely good, for example we had this Love Today which is a blockbuster hit. It's not a huge budget but it's a medium budget. It collected so much of money. And recently I think Dada was a smaller film. It also did really well. Okay, படம் சூப்பராக இருக்குது, ஓகேடா ஒரு 2,000 ரூபாய் ஸ்பெண்ட் பண்ணலாம் அப்படின்ற ஒரு மைண்ட் செட்டில் தான் பீப்புள் ஆர் ரெடி டு கோ ஸ்பெண்ட் த மனி. ஆர் இட் ஹேஸ் டு பி அன் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ். லைக் பிஎஸ் இப்போ பொன்னியின் செல்வன்னா ஓகே பிரம்மாண்டம் இருக்கும், யூனோ லைக் ஒரு பாகுபலி, ஒரு கேஜிஎஃப், ஒரு காந்தாரா, யூனோ ஆல் தட் கைண்ட் ஆஃப் அன் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் தேர் யூனோ தே வாண்ட் டு புட் இன் த மனி அண்ட் கோ. But it is also now, it's become a challenge for all the filmmakers to give that. We are in the OTT, you know, OTT la we are able to watch all kind of films. We are watching Korean, we are watching Spanish, we are watching Chinese, Japanese, all kind of Malayalam films nariya ipo namba paakrom. Before lockdown we haven't watched so many Malayalam films. So Jai they did really well. It was an OTT film. So we have now, it's very challenging for all the filmmakers. Okay, what we need to give audience for them to come to the theatre? What has to be done? அப்படின்றது தான் இப்போ எல்லாருமே வந்து மண்டியை போட்டு பிச்சு, யூனோ ஆக்ஷன் ஃபைட் இருக்கா ஃபைட் இருக்குது, காமெடி இருக்கா காமெடி இருக்குது, டான்ஸர் இருக்கா. ஸோ நவ் வி ஆர் இன் த சிச்சுவேஷன் தட் ஓகே, hey, put everything in the film, make everybody come and watch the film, but it has to be entertaining. You know, the 2.5 hours when we come, okay, happy-ஆ வந்தம்மா சிரிச்சம்மா, you have to, it has to be worth the money. அந்த ஒரு மைண்ட் செட்டில் தான். It's never that people, cinema is cinema any day when you watch it in the theatre. It is an experience. To have a popcorn, to have a Pepsi, சாப்பிடுறது, have, you know, like the family enjoy, the laughter, whistle, claps, you know, that is a different kind of a enjoyment. I mean, அது ஒரு experience altogether. So I think the responsible is like, oh my God, என்ன தான் பண்ணுறது இப்போ? How do we bring people to the theatre? You have to work for it. I feel that's like the more challenging thing now. Right. Otherwise it's better, நானும் சொல்லிடுவேன் இப்போ என்னோட படங்கள் ஏதாவது, we obviously when we do a female centric film, it will be a small or a medium budget film. If we are sure about it, let's do theatrical. Otherwise let's just do OTT, you know, because அவங்க ரொம்ப தெளிவாக இருக்காங்க. ஸோ நம்ம இனிமே தான் தெளிவுபடுத்திக்கிட்டு we'll have to, you know, the ball game is like, it's like that now.
It's changed, yeah.
Yeah, it's changed. For me, Sulal has given me so many good opportunities. Globally, I mean, like Hindi la nariya opportunities vandhudu. Web series, I think it's a brilliant platform. Movies also, if it is a OTT film, it's a brilliant platform. But the scenario is like that. The only thing what I was thinking, okay, at least padam release ஆகும்போது ஒரு 1.5 month கேப்லையாவது ரிலீஸ் பண்ணுங்க, 2 months, you know, because it's happening immediate, back to back. Like ஒரு 2 weeksல படம் வருது, 3 weeksல படம் வரும்போது it is stopping us from going to the theatres. Right. At least we need to have ஒரு 3 months gap. You know, before we had these reviewers number. I remember Sun TV la there used to be one top 10 movies. அது ஒன்று பார்த்து தான் நம்ம படத்துக்கே போவோம். I still remember இந்த படம் இந்த வாரம் ரிலீஸ் ஆக போகுது, this is in this place, you know, that was the only thing. But now first show போட்ட உடனே ஒருத்தன் வந்து இந்த படம் தியேட்டரில் போய் பார்க்கணுன்னு அவசியமே இல்லைன்னு சொல்கிறா. டே என்னடா இது, ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஆஃப் கூட முடியலையே, அதுக்குள்ளேயே சொல்லிட்டானே, ச்சே என்னடா இது. You know, we are in that kind of situation. கொஞ்சம் கஷ்டமாக தான் இருக்குது, பட் you know, but we have to, it is the directors, இது இப்போ director, producer, you know what kind of, எது Yeah, even, I told you before என்னோட question வரும்போது நான் சொன்னேன், even நானும் இப்போ எல்லாமே இப்படி பார்க்கணும். I have to look into my audience perception, director, producer, how it's going to work, it's not going to work. We'll have to sit and, every actor has to be responsible in doing a film with the producer director, I feel. It's just not that, just take the money, go act, and just come back, AC போட்டு ஜாலியா உட்காரது கிடையாது. I have taken the effort of reading my script, making sure that the script writing stageலயே வந்து the script has to be like on writingலயே ஓட்ட இருந்தா நம்ம ஷூட்டிங் போறது, I feel it's not so every actor has to take the responsibility now. It is very, very important, is what I feel, because I have been very, very responsible sitting with my director, working on the script right from the beginning. It's just a baby we are bringing up. ஸ்கூலுக்கு போய் ஒரு காலேஜில் சேர்த்து நம்ம அவங்கள எப்படி இது பண்ணுறது தான். ஸோ பிகாஸ் what happens, இப்போ ஒரு படம் ஓடலைன்னா the more blame is on the actor. ஓடாத படத்தில் இருக்காங்க, யார் அது சிரிச்சது, கரெக்டாக சொன்னா இல்லையா? So we also share the equal amount of pressure. So I think we are also responsible, and we along with my entire crew, cast, எல்லாருமே வந்து வேலை செய்யணும் ஒரு படம் ஓடணும்னா. It's not that one person.
Vijay, one thing that's changed now. முன்னாடி வந்து it was a level playing field. Anybody could go make a movie depending on audience's mood or the movie's quality or whatever it is. They face success, they face failure, whatever it is, but it didn't matter whether there were plenty of new people who went and made movies, plenty of established people who went and made movies. It's a level playing field. But after OTTs have come in and they have established a financial pattern such that I will only buy the movies of like these actors or these directors or whatever it is, for obvious reasons, because they are also a company and they're kind of a thing. So I find a lot of newer directors finding it very hard to sell their films to OTT and even in theatrical. Like of course you mentioned Love Today, but of course Pradeep had made Komali before, but Dada Yes is a new film. But compared to the number of films that work, the number of films that don't work, or people don't even know that such a film came out.
Yes, for example, there was a recent film Ayodhi, which was extremely good. நானே சத்தியமா சொல்றேன், I also watched it on Z OTT தான் நான் பார்த்தேன் after hearing. But it was extremely good. But yeah.
So what I'm saying is, has it become more difficult for younger filmmakers to go and play the game?
No sir, actually I don't think so. Okay. Why I explain. See, now you're calling OTT. Before it was called satellite.
Right.
Before it was called theatrical. So always that the commercial distributors or the satellite owners or the OTT today, so-called OTT, everyone had the benchmarks. Okay, you have this director's movie I buy, this actor's movie will buy, this you won't buy. So irrespective of that, only good content always worked. We are only calling by names now, OTT or satellite. What I understood now, when we started, when I started 2008, there is only one way to direct the film. Write a story, go to actor or a producer, try to make a movie. This is the only thing. Now today is different. Take example of Komali director. He shot a short film. He never worked with anyone. He had a conviction, he put his own money, he shot a short film. With that, he pitched to the producer and an actor. He made Komali. In that short film, he made a second film. So how it happened? That's what I'm saying. So today you have so much of medium to prove your talent, to prove who you are. How can you make films? Even you're in a 10,000 rupees or even 50,000 rupees, you just take a camera, even take a cell phone, start filming. Just put your people and ask them to act. You become a director. Put your name on that. You become a director. So on that, what I want to know, to tell my producer or tell my actor, see, I can make a film. Now I made this in 50,000 rupees. Give me 5 lakh, I'll make a better film. Give me 5 crores, I can make a better film. That's what the things are. But I think the opportunities are more now for the youngsters. Comparatively what it used to be earlier, now the opportunities are more for the youngsters. This is a time for them to go and grab things, because now, see, there are different modules. In OTT is giving different modules. Pay-per-view has come. Amazon has given a pay-per-view, I think. Only in Amazon, I think, is there. So if you make a film, still you want to go not able to reach theaters, still you believe the content is very good, go on Amazon, go as a pay-per-view. There are films, such films have come, and films are successful in OTTs also. So that's what I personally feel, sir. I don't think so. The opportunities have become lesser now. I feel the opportunities become more for the youngsters especially. These games are always there, sir. This games of number game is always there, which is very, I think Dhanajan sir, everyone knows. We can't just know. It is part of the industry, and we have to go with this industry, and we have to deliver good content, and we have to make them buy that.
Right. So this kind of was. It's actually it's kind of a never-ending topic, because it's like for everything that one person says from one side, there's always somebody telling.
I just want only one thing, sir, because what Aishwarya was telling, good films definitely going to work. I was very surprised. Great reports like Ayodhya or Kadesi Vyavasai, one of the best films we have made in Tamil film. Kadesi Vyavasai and of course Ayodhya also, but surprisingly didn't work in box office. That was a big question mark for me also. No, that's what we know. I always try to attempt different kind of genres, different kind of experiment I try to do. I go and do Saivam, I go and try and do something. So we need encouragement. Our directors, this box office work. More people, if you get to watch, can able to watch your film, then your film has become successful. That's what I was very shocked when Kadesi Vyavasai and Ayodhya was okay, pretty decently worked, but Kadesi Vyavasai was very surprised. The kind of reports it had, the kind of appreciation it got.
Right. Like maybe what she says is true, which is that when people say that, okay, I know I'm going to get this movie in 4 weeks or something like that, they're like, okay, this is anyway a movie that looks like a serious movie, so I'd watch it at home. Rather than watch it in a noisy theater with people munching popcorn and everything that you said, eating
It's only
food.
the experience they want.
No, I also understood, sir, earlier there used to be 80 films a year, 90 films a year.
Now it's,
Now it's 225 films or 250 films. Okay, that is I think that's also an issue.
Yeah, and that's why I brought up the...
Supply is more, demand is less.
Yeah, that's why I brought up the topic of young talents, because, see, the thing is, there are many young filmmakers making out of these 225 films, probably about like 25 to 30 are made by established like filmmakers, actors or whatever. The rest of them are by new talent.
Completely new talent.
Yeah, so there is no way to distinguish, which one is worth going to the theater for, or something for the average audience, I'm saying. So that I think that's what is a slight problem, unless there is a star or something like that in that. So anyway, thank you so much for being on this panel and at least trying to make some sense of this unending topic, I would say.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And
Thank you.
Happy to be.
Sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
IndiaGlitz presents CII Dakshin Summit 2023. Title sponsor GT Holidays and ANUJ Tiles. Powered by AF Star TMT REBARS, Mira Anti-Dandruff Shampoo மற்றும் Lalithaa Jewellery.
Holidays nale adu namma GT Holidays da. GT Holidays, South India's #1 travel brand.
அனுஜ் டைல்ஸ் ரகங்கள் பலவிதம் ஒவ்வொன்றும் உலகத்தரம் தமிழக உற்பத்தியில் அனுஜ் டைல்ஸ்
AF Star FE 550 DTMT Steel Rebars. AF Star TMT Steel Rebars.
மீரா ஆன்டி-டேண்ட்ரஃப் ஷாம்பு யூஸ் பண்ணு. சின்ன வெங்காயம் மற்றும் வெந்தயத்தின் சக்தியுடன் கூந்தலை ஸ்ட்ராங் ஆக்குகிறது. சின்ன வெங்காயம் டேண்ட்ரஃப்க்கு பெரிய வித்தியாசம்.
லலிதா எக்ஸ்சேஞ்ச் வித் பழைய நகையோட அதே எடைக்கு புது நகை எடுத்துக்கங்க. நகை பிரைஸ்ல 20% மிச்சம் பிடிக்கலாம்.